Okay, so my next task is to create these wedge shapes right here. I'm going to do this one first. It is 1 inch this way, 1/2 inch thick, and it's actually 2 inches to get from here to here. This is going to have some tricks coming up later because I do need to capture like this overall shape as I go. We'll worry about that here shortly. So come in here, and I'm going to, I already went ahead and made my UCS up here. And once I do that, I'm going to hit ID, and I'm going to ID this point right here. Okay, then I'm going to choose wedge, and I want it to be 1.5 inches in from the end. So I'm going to type, because I already picked that edge, I'm going to type at 0,1.5. That will move it up there. And then I need to choose my opposite corner. So I'm watching my coordinates down here at the bottom to make sure they gel with what I think they should be, and they do. So in the X, I'm going to move 1 inch, comma, and in the Y, I need to do at though. I'm going to do at 1, comma, 0.5 for my width, and there we go. And now I'm going to I can type in 2. I actually previously typed in 2. I'll type it in again. I'll hit 2, and there is my wedge shape right there. So that's how I start that one. The next one, we're going to do down here, and it tells us it's 2 inches in from the end. It's a 1/2 inch out. It's a 1/2 inch thick as well, I should say, and then we're coming out 1.5 inches from there. So let's come back to my design. Let's make my UCS right down here on this corner. And we're going to go X up that way, Y up that way, just like so. I'm going to go with a wedge shape here. My first corner. Actually, let me ID first. Let's see. I'm going to ID this corner right here. I'm going to go with my wedge. And watching this here, I'm going to go 0 in the X, and I'm going to go over 2 inches in the Y. Just verifying there. 2 inches right there. Yes. So I'm going to go at 0,2. Let's make sure that's moving positively. It is. Enter. Good. Now I'm going to go negative 1.25, so I'll go at negative 1.25 and 0.5 inches wide. At negative 1.25, comma 0.5. Okay, and now I have that wedge created there. And for my height, let's go back to my drawing here. My height is going to be 2 1/8, or 2.125. Right there. So now I've got both of those wedges there. Okay. Okay, so now time for this 3D mirror tool. The button for that is going to be right here. It sort of looks like a box looking at its own reflection and thinking about its checkered past and how it could have been a better box and maybe gone where the user had like, asked it to go. So anyway, what I'm going to do is choose 3D mirror, just like anything with AutoCAD. We're going to look down here. It says select objects. I'm going to select this wedge right there. I'm going to hit enter, and then it's going to want 3 points. So we've got to define the plane that it's going to reflect through. So we're basically placing the mirror on here. And so I want to choose the midpoint of here, here, and then back here, but you got to be careful in your view that you get the midpoint of the back and not the midpoint of right here if it lines up, because it is kind of close. So I'll just do 1, 2, 3 like that, and then nothing happens. Well, that's because down here it says delete source object. We have to tell it, do you want it to delete the thing you mirrored, or do you want to keep it? Well, we want to say N for no, hit enter, and voila. There you go. You've got a wedge on both sides. So now we're pretty set for the wedges. We may do one other thing to this one yet, but these guys here are all set.